You will seriously not believe what happened to this man. When I say he went through hell, I really mean it. So this guy right here is Dieter Dengler. He was a Navy lieutenant back in the Vietnam War, but let's say things didn't quite go his way. So on a flyover mission, his plane was actually shot down out of the sky and every single person in his crew died. Apart from him, of course. He was then captured by, well, the Viet Cong, who aren't the friendliest of people, especially during the war. So he was captured by these people and taken to a prison right in the middle of the jungle. This is where he met all of these men in the prison as well. Dwayne on the left right there. When I say this place was brutal, I mean brutal. Every night the prisoners were chained down onto this wooden board, so they couldn't even move their fingers or arms or anything, so there's no chance of escape. Or is there? Then on top of that, there was absolutely no food. If they were lucky, they'd get a few grains of rice every day. And the guards here, well, there wasn't that many of the guards, but the ones that were there were lethal and literally had powerful guns constantly aimed at them. But this is where the story gets even more interesting. So after being locked in there for nearly a year, Dieter knew he needed to get out of there, and they all needed to get out. So they constructed a plan to escape. He managed to find a paperclip on the floor which would undo the chains at night. Then they would head over to the guards room. Now like I said, there was only about actually 5 guards, but they were all heavily armed. However, in the middle of the night, they're not going to expect anyone coming, so they all charged at the men. The soldiers were shocked, of course, and started firing everywhere, but they won, and they actually managed to get out of there alive, all of them. Now, the other guys had actually gone off on their own way, but now it was just Dieter and Dwayne on their own in the forest. And this is where it gets even crazier. So the guys are walking through the forest for about 3 months, trying to find food and water, until one day, some more Viet Cong find the men, and actually kill Dwayne right in front of Dieter, but he manages to escape. Imagine that. A couple of days later, Dieter decided to start a fire in the forest, because there were USA planes flying past, so he thought they might see the fire and they'd be able to help him. However, the planes saw the fire and thought he was from the Viet Cong, so started shooting at him. Imagine, you couldn't think of anything worse than that. However, eventually, after nearly 2 years, a helicopter came and actually found him. Imagine that, 2 years in the middle of the jungle, all around.